How's it going, guys? So, in today's video, so I'm just closing some tabs. Okay. So today's video, we are going to go through the first 5 questions of Child's Math. Reason I say only the first 5 is because, to be quite frank, I haven't done the last 5, and I'm gonna stay up tonight, finish the last 5, and if I'm feeling it, either post a video on stats and the second half of calc tonight, and we'll just go from there. So, first question. Let's do this color in today's video. Okay. So, Euler's method, step size 0.3, approximate y 0.46, y at x, and they give you the differential equation and the initial value. Okay. So for this, I solved it with a chart. So you got that. You got this. You got your xn right here. You got your yn right there. At 0, 1, 2. Let's just go up until 3 just because. So at xn is 4. So at x, for the 0th try, we have, or 0th iteration if you want to use that word, we have x at 4 and y is 1. Okay, we're getting that from right here. Now, we have our differential equation equals y prime equals 8x plus 5y plus 6. Perfect. And we know by now, or don't, that Euler's method is defined by yn plus 1 equals yn plus the step size times f at xn yn. Cool. Okay, so now we're just going to go into it. So y at, let's go like this. So for n equals 0, right, we have y at 0 plus 1. I'm just going to do it just so you guys can kind of get the correlation between this and this. Equals y at 0 plus h times, and I'm only going to do this for the first step. You guys take your time and figure it out for the other ones. Okay, so y at 1 equals y at 0. We know y at 0 for this section right there. Okay, we know y at x equals 0. Hold on, let me relax about this color. Okay, y 0 we have 1 plus 0.3. Sorry, I didn't write their step size down. 0.3 times our differential equation at x0, which is 4, and we just compute this and put it right here. Okay, so we're gonna have 8 times 4, so 32, and then we're gonna have 32 plus 5, so we're at 37 plus 6, 43. So 43, and yeah, so we have 1 plus 0.3 times that, and we're going to get 13.9. So y1 equals this. And now I'm not going to continue with the rest of like the baby format right here. You guys got to get used to this shit. So I'm going to go straight to the next one. So we have y2 equals 13.9 plus 0.3. And the faster you can get used to this, the easier your life will be. Equals 260.4 equals 92.02. And now y3, reason why I go up to 3, and I'm going to keep going here. So we have 4.3 and 4.6, right? Because we're going by our step size. And then at 4.3, we got our y at 1 is 13.9. And then here we got 260.4, okay? And we're really, like, we're going up until y3 because they're asking us for y at this, at 4.6, right? So we're just computing this value. And this is our final answer. Just so we're clear. So we're gonna get 92.02 plus 0.3 times. Hold on, something's up here. 1 second, boys. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew something was up. I was looking at the wrong sheet. Okay. So don't listen to me. Don't listen to me after this point. So, okay. My bad, guys. So we got our 13.9, right? This value, that value in there was wrong. So times f at xn, which would be 4.6, okay? And the y, which we got from our original one, which is 13.9, okay? I was wondering because I'm like, my value doesn't represent the things I was doing. So once we put that in there, okay, we're going to get, I'm calculating y2, which is the following. So this is what you should really look at. So I'm calculating this row right here, right? I'm calculating that 4.6 row. So my values shouldn't supersede anything past here. I shouldn't be going to 3. That's why that was weird what I was doing. Okay, so because my value shouldn't supersede that, then this value right here should not be 4.6, it should be 4.3. And then this y value is perfectly fine. And then we'll get 46.87 after calculating it. And this is the correct answer to 2 decimal places. Okay. And just so we're clear, that y shouldn't. This is y2. Okay. Awesome. Let's go on to the second question. And I just have these sort of like ordered here. I'm going through and kind of like resolving them. So give me some time to reorganize myself after each sort of question. Okay. I made this eucalyptus candle, so my nose is getting a little bit runny, but don't worry about me. Okay. So this is our second question. This question was a pain in my ass, and it took me like 3 pages of work. So I'm going to write down some process, and then I'm going to have to flip through a few pages, as you may hear. I could probably still do it like freehand, but just to make sure everything runs smoothly. So, okay. One thing that I was really I had some incentive to do when I started this question. So like, this is our, and don't do this. Don't do what I'm about to show you. Please do not do this, okay? I thought, I'm like, okay, I got dy by dx, or y prime on this side, okay? And why don't I just try multiplying this dx up? Why not? Because then I'd get dy here, and then I'd get y squared times dx minus 10y times dx plus 24 dx. And these would be 0. And then I take the integral, right? Because they're constants. So I take the integral, and sorry, not 0. But when I take the integral of any constant, right, I would basically get, okay, I'd get y equals y squared times x minus 10y times x plus 24 times x plus c. And don't do this, because this is not right at all. And the reason it's not right is because, like, let's go with this a little bit more. We bring all the y's to one side, so we're trying to isolate y plus 10y times x plus y squared, okay, equals 24x plus c. So, first of all, I can't add these two values. And if I try and factor out y, I'm going to get 1 plus 10x plus y equals 24x. So now I'm having two solutions for y, because I'll have like y equals 0, trivial solution, and I'll have like whatever this bullshit will work out to. It's not good. Don't do it. Don't suggest it. Think about this problem like you're in university, not like they are trying to give you free grades and let you pass, because that is never the case. They do not want your lives to be easier. So, we see a polynomial. I'm going to go with green for the rest of this video because I'm liking it. We see a polynomial. Factor that immediately. Don't even think about it. So, after you factor it, you're going to get your roots as y minus 4 times y minus 6. Cool? Cool. Okay. So now I'm going to bring this dx up, bring this whole thing down, and you'll see what that means in a second. So, I'm going to get 1 over y minus 4, y minus 6, dy equals 1 times dx, integral. Everything cool here? We're going to get x plus c on this side. This is what we got to work on. I'm going to take a sip of my Monster and let you guys think for a second on what this could be. Okay, if you were anywhere in the ballpark of partial fractions, you are correct. So, and I think I could do a full solution for this. So if 1 over y minus 4 times y minus 6 equals a over y minus 4 plus b over y minus 6. I fucked up in one place here, and you'll see why in a second. Not in my previous work, but in the work that I did prior to recording this. So, basically, you multiply this across both of these terms, and you'll see that this cancels out, this cancels out. You'll basically get left with the opposite denominator multiplied up in the numerator. And you'll see what that means in a second. You could do it yourself. You're probably smart enough to know what I'm talking about. So I'll get a y minus 6 plus b y minus 4. Now you're going to test values of y. You probably don't know how to do partial fractions at this point. If you don't, watch some other YouTuber, or just see what I'm about to do and think about it. Find the patterns. So for y equals 4, reason why I said that, because I want to get rid of b, isolate for a, and solve. For y equals 4, I get 1 equals 4 minus 6, negative 2, negative 2a, a equals negative 1 over 2. And for y equals 6, right, I get rid of this value, and I'm going to have 1 equals 2b, b equals 1 over 2. Cool. Let me move this down again. Okay, so now we just reconstruct our integral with now this being what we're integrating with the corresponding coefficients. Okay, so we're going to have the integral. And be careful, because this is what I fucked up before. I messed with the order of where the negative went on these. So I'm going to put b first, which is the integral of 1 over 2 y minus 6, and then a second, which is 1 over 2 y minus 4. Okay? Equals x plus c, and this is also integrating. All right, so what you'll get, and there's another really important process to this question in particular. It doesn't take a genius to see that this will be ln y minus 6 minus ln y minus 4. Skipped a few steps there. Don't worry, take your time, work it out. Log properties, let's go. So we'll have ln y minus 6 over y minus 4 equals x plus c. Okay, let's get rid of this. So I'm going to move this down. Okay, equals 2x plus 2c. Now notice something. Man, I have to keep moving this damn thing. If anyone has a better idea for like trying to navigate the questions, because I copied these off Teams, and I don't really know how else I'm going to like get them in like this nice format for you guys. Anyways, let's keep going. We'll figure out that later. So you'll notice your C and your actual Y are in different places. By that I mean, if I want to isolate for Y, which I do, that's the whole purpose of this, in solving the initial value problem, is that I'm gonna have to put that C to a to the power of E, like E to the power of 2x plus 2C. Okay, cool. Now, one thing in particular, okay, that you will notice when you are doing these questions is that there's always a step when you're doing it where you'll be presented with like a simplifying option like this. And whether you choose to take that simplification or not will save you a lot of time. So I'm going to put a little note here. Note. Be careful in simplifying these questions. If this is spelled wrong, fuck off. Yo, I actually gotta check though so I don't get flamed. Oh no, I spelled it right, assholes. Okay. So, be careful in simplifying these questions. And you'll see why in a second. Now, what I could have done, okay, is just put this all to a power of E, okay, and multiply this shit ton out and not have the funnest of lives. Alright? I won't do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I am going to sorry. Give me 1 second here, because I gotta see how the fuck I simplified it just so I could recreate it. Okay. So I honestly forgot how I simplified it properly. What is it I'm gonna do? What I noticed in doing these, the pattern I noticed, is for C, so another second, no, okay. When C is in a form in which isolating for Y will alter its condition, put C in the same form as Y. What does that mean? If we have ln Y equals x plus C, ln Y equals x plus ln C. If we have -1 over Y equals x plus C, -1 over Y equals x plus 1 over C. And then work with it like this. And work with it like this. Okay? So let's apply that to this question and keep going. So, and just so we're clear, right? At this point in time, we still have our initial condition where Y at 0 equals 9. Okay? So, let's keep going with it and see what we get. Okay? So, that's what we currently have right now. Let me get rid of this line. It's a little bit confusing. And I'm just going to copy this. So I'm gonna take what I said, and there's a reason why I'm gonna split this up into 2 videos, because I want to go in depth. And in my videos, I kind of promised at the beginning of the series that I was gonna show full solutions and explanations through all my work, because I don't see that happening in university, and I think I want a lot of people to pass and succeed, and I think that it's important that everyone understands what they're doing, so bridges don't collapse, people don't lose money in financial software transactions, people make it to Mars, and our our pharmaceutical pills don't kill us. I just want you guys to pass and not fuck shit up. So, let's keep going. Let's continue with green. Actually, no, fuck that. We promised black. So, ln of y minus 6 over y minus 4 equals 2x plus 2 ln c. So, in this case, we're saying c equals ln c. Okay? Now, I have ln of y minus 6 over y minus 4. I'm going to bring the ln c over, so 2 ln c equals 2x. Okay, now I can use, I can divide it, right? So I could say ln of y minus 6 over y minus 4. Dividing is the same thing as multiplying by 1 over 2c. Cool? Equals 2x. I don't know how much I like that. Wait. Oh. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm gonna try something and then just see if I'm gonna just follow along with me for a second. We're gonna try something new today. Because this does work. I just want to see if it only works under certain conditions, because I'll be honest with you, I was working all fucking day today, so I didn't have time to test all of the edge cases. But let me see something real quick. So if this is my question, right? And when you guys are doing math, be very careful to recognize patterns. That's what my old calculus teacher used to tell me, and it's important for a reason. I have my initial condition as y as 0 equals 9. So why don't I just shove in that? So ln of 3 over 5 equals 2c. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. This is exactly what we want. So, what did we learn? And this is the correct c, just so we're clear. Okay. This isn't really applicable then. Maybe after you've, not even. That's like, you literally don't even need to do that. I'm gonna say this is a judgment thing, because it's hard to tell, and I'll probably try and clarify it in the second part of this assignment. But basically, you don't have to. Okay, I'll put it to you like this: you don't have to wait until you're fully isolated to plug that in. Just so long as you understand this x, like the x goes where the x goes, the y goes where the y goes, you could be just fine with working with regular c. Okay. As a matter of fact, I actually didn't even have to multiply the 2 up. I literally could have kept it the same. I just repeated a step. All right. So, now that we got that, we're going to keep solving. Y minus 6 over y minus 4 equals 2x. Multiply this 2 to that 2, right? So we're going to get plus ln of 3 over 5. Now we're going to go ln y minus 6 over y minus 4. Now, I brought it over to the other side. It's negative now, so now I can use log properties, and if it's subtraction, I can divide. So now I'm going to divide by 3 over 5, which is basically me multiplying by 5 over 3. Slow it down and go back if you need to. So, ln 5y minus 30 over 3y minus 12 equals 2x. Bring all that up to e. 5 minus 30 over 3y minus 12 equals e to the 2x. Okay. now we are going to, yeah, at this point, I don't see any further simplifications that we could do other than just expanding it out and, yeah, doing our thing. So I'm going to try and fit this in. I don't really care. Let's just keep moving this shit. So 5y minus 30 equals e to the 2x times 3y minus 12 e to the 2x. Okay. Now I'm gonna try and use the least amount of writing I can. So think and then write. So I'm gonna bring this over to the other side, right? So I'm gonna have y 5 minus 3 times e to the 2x. Okay? And my right hand side is going to be 30 minus 12 e to the 2x. So y is going to be equal to 30 minus 12 e to the 2x over 5 minus 3 e to the 2x. And I think I might have screenshotted it with the, yeah, there we go. So this is the correct answer. All right. Sick. You see how, like, when it takes a bit of, like, to get through everything, you got to really know, like, what you're talking about. So that's kind of like my goal with this series, just to make sure you guys aren't faking shit. So let's keep going. All right, let me get a sip of the Monster. Look at this and try it yourself for a sec. By the way, they got this new flavor. It's called Ultra Strawberry Dreams. Tastes very, very good. Only get to know zero sugar Monster. Yeah. Okay, so this one's a bitch. This one's really not fun. This one actually took me. Let me count. Like, I was pretty tired in work. I won't lie. I think from my count right here, it took me like 4 pages. Not of pure work, but of just like when I fuck up, I go back and I start from where I fucked up. So we're gonna try and do it one shot right now. So everyone stand by and be ready for the amazingness that's about to happen. Okay. So let's do it. Let's do it. We got dx right here. Hold on. We got dx right here. We got dx right here. It's separated. We got to put that shit together. So we're going to divide by dx. So y squared minus secant squared 8x times dy over dx. And that 0 will cancel out our hopes and dreams. And this is what we got left. Cool. Okay. This is not so bad. So we get y squared. We're going to isolate, right? We're going to bring this, so I don't have to rewrite the whole thing. Going to bring this over to the other side, right? It's positive now. We're in business. So now, I'm going to bring this down and bring this down and then bring the dx up, okay? So, like I said, I'm going to do 1 over secant squared x, secant squared 8x dx equals 1 over y squared times dy. Integrate, you know the deal. Now, left-hand side isn't going to be too bad. Negative 1 over y, we're done there. Left-hand side, left-hand side, which basically means it's going to be a fucking bitch. It's going to be a crazy integral. Not that crazy, very manageable. Let's simplify a little bit before we start. So, cos squared 8x times dx. Okay? Now, we could make a crazy sub right now. And I'm going to leave this as is and just focus on this side. Okay? So we're going to need some space here. Okay? So we got our space. So I'm going to write left-hand side, and this is how I found is the nicest way to organize it. So left-hand side, I'm going to make a u equals 8x. du equals 8 dx. It's going to be 1 over 8. I won't bother writing it. So we're going to have cos of u squared. 1 over 8 integral of this. Tamam? Okay, we're good up until here. Now, cos u, it has a sum to product rule. Okay. Now, I don't think we'll be tested on this sum to product rule, but if you ever wondered how you want to get it yourself, just think about it like this. All of them are always 1 over 2 times. Okay? You take what's right here, and then you can only use this sum to product rule when it's just cos u, from what I found. Like just regular, no like cos 2u, no cos 3u, just do how it is, okay? Then you're going to get cos 2u plus 1. And of course, you're taking this 1 over 2 is being multiplied by the outside, okay? You're taking it by this. Let me put it to you like this, right? Integral. This is now du. Okay? So, I have 1 over 16 times. Now cos, I'm gonna leave that there for a second, okay? I have the integral of cos 2u. The other one's easy, it's just plus u, right? Okay? Now I have 2u. I'm gonna sub b as 2u. db equals 2. This is du. I'm gonna have 1 over 2. So we know that this would become cos b, okay? And it would just be sine b, the integral of that. So I have 1 over 16 times sine b plus u. Bro, if I have to keep moving this shit down, I swear to God, bro, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm moving it like just barely every time, but still. Okay. So sine b, and then we said that b is 2u. So I got sine, my bad, stick with the colors team. We got sine 2u plus u, and what does u equal? Fuck does u? U equals 8x. So I got sine 16x plus 8x. Tamam? And this is over 16. This is over 16 plus c equals negative 1 over y. And we know our initial condition, y at 0 was 4. So the integral's done. Integral's done. And I'm gonna tell it to you guys like this. Your best bet for staying organized and doing this thing in the most time efficient and effective manner without fucking up, first step, as soon as you're done, if there's no crazy simplifications that you have to do, just shove in the initial condition. Just shove it in. Khalas. Like done, that's it. So, I put in a 0. I'm going to get 0 here, 0 here. Okay? C equals negative 1 over 4. Perfect. That's it. Straight up. Now, sine, and I want what? I want y at pi. So f at pi. Okay? So sine of 16x over 16 plus 1 over 2x minus 1 over 4 equals negative 1 over y. And honestly, I don't even care to simplify. I'm just going to shove in the things. Sine, and I know what it is, but I'm just going to write it down. We know this is 0. Plus pi over 2, right? Minus 1 over 4 equals negative 1 over y at pi. It's the same thing. We're good there. Okay. Very, 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 very important note. And this goes away. Equals 1 over y at pi. So, last thing I'm going to do is just shove in, sorry, the negative. Okay. Okay. You see how we want to do that? You cannot, cannot do this. You cannot do 4 minus 2 over pi. Do not do that. Because there will be a multiple choice answer that is like that. Because they want you to fail and cry and realize how stupid you are. Do not do this. This is the second time I've said a very explicit disclaimer like this. Do not do this. Always, 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 always. For your sake, for my sake, for the sake of bridges not collapsing and people not dying. Okay? Just simplify it. So, this one, I just got to multiply it by 2 and 2 there. 1 minus 2 pi over 4. And then bring it to that. And you can try it in the calculator. You're going to realize you're not going to get the same thing. 4 over 1 minus 2 pi. Is that the correct answer? Yes, it is. Check. Amazing. Great job, guys. You're doing an amazing job. Okay. I like how it's giving me automatic papers. I appreciate that. Oh, this is much better now. I don't know how it's doing this, but I really like it. Okay. Look at that question for a second. I'm going to look at what I did for a second and just see what we could do. This monster is just so good. I'm so hungry, so I'm going to go grab a bite to eat in a bit. All right. We got a dy by dx there. Anything you see on this earth. It could be a damn smiley face, a heart emoji, crying face, any person's anything. Next to that y prime, you factor the shit out of it. Okay? So, gonna get that x out of there. So I'm gonna put it like this because it's less writing. Equals ln x. If you see a negative exponent, just bring it down. Deal with positive exponents. Don't make your life harder than you need to be and more writing than necessary. Okay? This is what we're dealing with here after you divide that x out. All right, we got a nice integrating factor question. So we love saying I at x equals e to the integral of p at x dx equals the integral of 5. Let's simplify that 5x plus 4, right? So we'd get the integral e to the integral of 5 plus 4 the integral of 1 over x. Cool beans. So we get e to 5x plus 4 ln x. Guys, the amount, and I double checked this with ChatGPT. I double checked this with the goddamn integral calculator, okay? When you get anything next to that 4 ln x in the e, and we know this equals by the exponent rule times e to the 4 ln x. You see anything that looks remotely like this, you're bringing this 4 right the fuck up to that x. Right up. Okay? So, becomes e to the 5x times e to the, and you'll see what I mean with log properties, x to the 4. Okay? That's it. Cancel that shit. E to the 5x times x to the 4. You have to do this. You have to do this. Okay? You cannot do the question otherwise. It will fuck you up. You will become a failure in life and never pass any class. Please do this. And if anyone has anything to say, I have an exact question that'll prove you wrong. So I dare you to comment. Okay. Let's keep going. So, this is our I at x. All right. So then we got our I at x times y. Boom, boom. The derivative thing. And then you got I at x times q at x. Okay. We're going to take the integral of both of these. That's going to cancel. So we're just going to have e to the 5x times x to the 4 times y equals, now stay with me, e to the 5x times x to the 4. Q at x. What was my q at x, guys? This was my q at x. This is my beautiful, amazing q at x. Copy that. Boom. Awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Cancels. Cancels. This cancels. This loses a degree. So we get, and let's do the rest of this integral. Let's call it the right-hand side. All right. So we have x to the 3 times ln x. Pop quiz. And try and do a u sub. It won't work. You see some shit like this, integrating factor. Get it through your head. Ln x, e to the x, just integrating factor, okay? Oh, sorry, not integrating factor. Integration by parts. Which one, pop quiz, is going to be my u, and which one's going to be my dv? And I told you why I use that notation and why it's the best. Go. You have until I sip my energy drink. Okay, done. Remember this very, very cool word. Liaate. Logarithmic. Inverse. Algebraic. Trig. Exponential. Cool? Cool. So, this is the order, the priority, okay? It goes from least to most important, okay? So I'm setting, this is my u, whatever else is my dv, of course. I'm just going to go from there. So, let's move this down. All right, cool. So, if my u equals ln x, then my du equals 1 over x. And if my dv equals x to the 3, then my v equals x to the 4 over 4. And this is my u dv equals my uv minus the integral of v du. Okay? Equals ln x times v, x to the 4 over 4, minus the integral of v du, which is x to the 4 over 4, times du, which is 1 over x. We lose a degree. This becomes 1 over 4, the integral of x cubed, equals 1 over 4 times x to the 4 over 4, minus 1 over 16 x to the 4 equals blah, 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 blah. Oh, sorry, there's no blah, 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 blah there. But there is right here. Ln x times x to the 4, 1 over 4. So this is my right-hand side. So now we piece them together. This is my left-hand side. And you see how it's so easy and smooth doing it this way? And this is my right-hand side. Ask for 1,000,000 pieces of paper. I work for a certain sustainability project, and listen, me and my boss, we are all for sustainability. It's very important. But paper is very important to get to the right places and to make sure you know what you're doing. If you can't learn and can't do this without the amount of space that's necessary, just ask for it. It's okay. Okay, so let's factor out what we can. If I factor out 1 over 4 and my x to the 4, okay, what do I get? I get ln x, right? 1 over 16 divided by 1 over 4. That's like the same thing as saying 1 over 16 times 4, which is 1 over 4. Y times 1 over e to the 5x times x to the 4. Cancel this with this. I'm going to get ln x minus 1 over 4 times 1 over 4 e to the 5x. And I feel like I'm missing something. Okay. What am I missing here? Because there should be 3 terms, not just this little. One sec. 1 second. Okay. So my u and my dv, oh, okay, I see. So yeah, that's correct up until there. And then we get ln x times x. So this is correct, okay? And I'm just checking my work. This is correct. All right. Oh. And this is correct. Okay, so what's the problem? The problem is that oh, I fell for it. All right, guys. So this is a very good opportunity to try and find out what I did wrong. And there are many memes of this online. Very important letter. This is the wrong answer right here. So we have our initial condition of y at 1 equals 0. 0 equals Why is that like that? Oh, it's at 1. Okay. Yeah, so left hand is that. And then I'm going to get 0 minus 1 over 16 plus c. And c equals 1 over 16. So then my equation becomes e to the 5x times x to the 4 times y equals, had it right, 1 over 4. I'm just going to simplify now. Times x this is why you don't forget the c, because you get lost, like I did. Plus 1 over 16. So if I factor out 1 over 4 right now, then I'll get ln x times x to the 4 minus x to the 4 over 4 plus 1 over 4. And yeah, and this would be e to the 5x times x to the 4 y. And this is your final answer. And it is correct. Okay. Last, but definitely not least, and I promise you guys, I'm going to do my best to get the other half of the assignment done by tonight. No promises, but I will do my utmost best work. And so, you can see the answer. But I'm going to give you guys an opportunity really quickly to look at it and see if you can figure out anything. And be careful because you want your life to be as simple and pain-free as possible. So, I wouldn't really touch Drake sub. You know what I mean? It's a dangerous game right now. But definitely later than the line for sure. Okay. So I'm just gonna go and just follow along. Okay. And we factored out the cos squared x times sine x and then got rid of it because we can't have anything next to this, right? Okay. This is a bullshit integral, but we know this is I at x. And you guys are gonna love this one. It's just tan x. Yeah, I have no idea how much that pissed me off when I did it. Oh no, sorry. It's not tan x. I wrote that down wrong. The integral of cot x is ln sine x. We don't care about the sine, so this just equals sine x. Okay, so I at x equals sine x. Okay. Everything cool? So, now I want sine x times y. And I'm not going to keep going through every single step. Times 4 over cos squared times sine x. Okay. Now, at this point, okay, I get a little bit lost right here, but if you know it, then we're just going to go with it. The integral of secant squared x, this is the one that I said was stupid, equals tan x plus c. So I now have sine y, sine x times y equals 4 tan x plus c, and my initial condition is y at pi over 6 equals 3. So I have, and you can use any calculator you got. How the heck did I change it to rads? Hold on. I gotta figure out how to get this thing in rads. Oh, this is okay. DRG. I remember that. All right, so we're in rads now. So sine pi. I haven't used this calculator that I'm using right now for a long time. Okay, there we go. So we have y over 2 equals, and then I want now tan x, tan of pi over 6 equals 4 root 3. Oh, this is, and this, sorry. And this equals 3 over 3 plus C. C equals 9 minus 8 root 3 over 6. And lastly, to put it all together, we have y equals 4 tan x over cos x. Sorry, fuck. That's how you know I'm getting tired. Sin x plus 9 minus 8 root 3 over 6 times sin x. And you can see that's what I put in right here. And it's correct. Okay, so sorry, started losing some energy near the end there. I'm gonna see if I can stay up after I go eat and then come back to this. But yeah, that's the first part of Child's Math. Child's Math, Calc 3, Math 2Z03 in the summer term of 2024. If you guys like this format better, where it's like landscape instead of portrait, just let me know in the comments or with the likes. And if you guys want me to slow down, I probably won't, but tell me, because you guys gotta get trained on this. This is muscles. You gotta train them. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the next